we all want to utilize a really good networking platform.
Mm-hmm.
And I think anything that stops somebody else from wanting to connect with you, whether it's the messaging you use or the images you use or whatever it is, you want to eliminate that. If it's an easy one-time fix, why not? So what
Yep.
would you say?
Think about it right away when you go to somebody's profile on LinkedIn. Like, what do you see? You see their photo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that headshot right there. So the question is, one, do you have a headshot? And if you do have a headshot, is it a professional headshot? Sometimes people are like standing in front of a building or they have a picture of them on the stage. That's not what you want. You really want the headshot. I like to tell people, fill the frame with your face. So you just want it from the head to the top of your shoulder. And sometimes you even want it a little bit off-centered.
And they've added so many features that I think 90% of people don't take advantage of. I'm going to call it the wreath for better of analogy, because it's a little circle that goes around your headshot there. You can have open to work. There's different things you can do that as soon as someone lands on your profile, if you're looking for a position, they know you're looking for a position. You know, it's back to the old marketing adage, make it simple and people will contact you.
Once you start going down your profile, is the about, and the about is literally about you. But think about it again, facing who's the audience that you want to really bring in. And this is where you kind of take that headline format and deep dive more. So more about, what are you about? Share your journey. Many of us, we've been in this game for a while. We've had a lot of experience. Start trying to connect the dots. Talk about those Fortune 500. This is where you companies that you've worked for or worked with or who've been your client. Include the client testimonials. Again, when you start thinking about what people say about you, that's what matters. You want to put all of those things together, probably put some specialties in there. Again, those are all keywords that are searchable. And finally close with a call to action. What's the next thing? If they, if they're interested in the story, they read through that whole about statement, then now at the end, what's that next thing you want to do? Connect with me on LinkedIn, email me, go visit the website. What's that next call to action that you want the person to take?
What's your advice as far as just getting the ball rolling there? Because it can seem like quite a mountain to climb. Right.
So the thing you can do is look at that activity. And when you look at the activity, you can see the things that they're liking, the type of posts that they're liking, the type of comments they're making, the type of their own content that they're putting out there. And, like, for example, if they were watching this Blabbit, they reach out to you and say, hey, I saw your Blabbit. I was really interested in blah, 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 blah. So now you kind of start in a conversation. I would like to, connect to talk more about, right? So they were connecting to what you value.
A lot of things that have changed, at least with presenting, as, back to Paul's main area of expertise. I did a presentation last Sunday for a platform that normally was from the stage, but of course we're not doing it from the stage right now. We're doing it online. And afterwards, I find myself in a chat room with a guy from Spain, one from Luxembourg, or somewhere else in Eastern Europe. And before we're even done talking, they're already connecting with me via LinkedIn.
Yep. When I did my last mastermind, I think it was back in April, I had people joining in from Spain, from all over Europe, from China. It was a little bit crazy. I was actually kind of surprised pleasantly.
The way that I approached it was make it fairly casual. Like, don't make it, you don't have to sound like you're a news anchor or anything.
Right.
Just come across so that it's another opportunity for them to see the personal side of you. And I don't mean that like you're going to talk about who your favorite band is or anything, but keep it business, but the approach, the tone can be welcoming.
Shouldn't have been practicing my best Vince McMahon impression.
Let's get ready to Blabbit.
There we go.
If you think about it, especially 2020, all of us are doing something a little bit differently. Or doing it, or adding another service or discontinuing services. So I think just about 100% of us have had to change in some kind of way. You need to probably go back and make sure, especially for 2020, that that's reflected.
even if you're trying to connect and increase your audience, which is
Mm-hmm.
awesome. But you know what? Use the Dan Kennedy approach of sharing information. Let them see some posts you're doing to establish yourself as an expert before. Give it 30, 60, 90 days and just say, hey, I don't know, we connected 3 months ago. I just would like to ask you a few questions or just something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Take it easy and don't be just that person that's out just trying to sell from the beginning, because I get those and they end up going into the trash pile.
Even more important than putting your content out there is reacting to their content.
Mm-hmm.
People notice when you put comments, especially on, if you took the time to read their article, read their blog post, comment back on LinkedIn, what you thought about it, what you liked about it, that is how you stay on their radar.
Commenting with insights, that's definitely, it's not only a really good practice in being incredibly polite and nice about connecting with people, but it is one of the metrics that will give you more reach within LinkedIn.